I got that if like Tommy Lee. I make money. I make money. On my third passport in them. I got the airport. I got Bowling Green dollars on my dollars. Busting down 100 in the bathtub. Get some house shoes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Chargers going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Gordon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And some space here. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other. While controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play action now. Rivers looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First interception he's thrown on the season. New town, new receivers, still probably trying to get in sync with everyone.
And you just know that he's not going to say, hey, I'm just getting started with these guys. We're still working on it. But there definitely is an element to it. I don't care how many OTAs, how many mini camps, preseason. There's nothing like game speed. They're still working up to it.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Watch 84, watch 84. Single.
On second down, Osweiler. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
Well, he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
A fake to Anderson. Now it's Osweiler. And able to find Green. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. Green with a catch left side. And they'll get to him just inside the 15 even after that strong run we witnessed. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On third down, Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Melvin Gordon, 75 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And they'll want to hold on to that football. That is the first NFL touchdown scored by the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, if you want to talk AFL, first Los Angeles Chargers touchdown since New Year's Day of '61.
Yeah, they played in the AFL Championship that day against the Houston Oilers. So how about that? A return for the LA Chargers triumphantly finding the end zone.
And a ball that will live in the trophy case for years to come. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Let's go.
This time, Osweiler will throw. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Osweiler on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, it was truthfully. How many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Throwing Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Rivers to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. On
to punt, Drew Kaiser, second-year man from Texas A&M. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. Well, it's not every day you see a defense pick the ball off and already have 6 points without moving.
And on that play, no distance to run. Similar play, although it didn't happen right in the end zone, but you remember that Washington-Los Angeles Super Bowl where Joe Theismann tried to throw the screen pass?
Number?
I can't remember the number, but he tried to throw the screen pass, and Jack Squire got it with no one around and just waltzed in and pretty much broke their backs. That's a similar play, although this one didn't have to run at all.
Here we go. Stats guy Johnny on the spot. Super Bowl 18, 38-9. It was in Tampa. And coming out now, the Broncos. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. Throw left side complete. That's Charles. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing, Osweiler. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Osweiler now off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Again, Anderson. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run it. It's Charles. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jamal Charles, his first touchdown as a Denver Bronco. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And Charles, after an injury-plagued season a year ago, nice to see him get back into the end zone here in Week 1.
You know as well as I do, chomping at the bit. I mean, all off-season, wanting to get back in form, get back on the field, show that production that he had previously, and getting into the end zone. That's a big statement for him.
It's got to be just like a breath of fresh air. Like, here we go. Last year behind me. Let's move forward.
Good point. Shed it and move on.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. Third and long for Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And McManus able to put it through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Room here to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rivers. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If the Chargers could get a full season out of Keenan Allen, look out, AFC West.
How much does that change for them?
Changes everything because he's a true #1 receiver. He eats up catches, and his ability to make plays downfield is just tremendous.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Rivers now. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Let's go!
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they're trying to throw the deep ball against a Pro Bowl corner of a year ago. I'm not real good at this stuff, but it seems to me that would lessen the odds of completing it, wouldn't it?
Might want to go to the other side of the field, although that's not any cakewalk either, but I'm with you. Bad guy to target there on the deep ball. On third down, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And he's got some. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big run there by Charles. 67 yards. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They'll run. Anderson. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So second and goal here from the 9. This is Charles. Spins by. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll let Charles try and get him in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And McManus able to put it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now of the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need to stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Rivers saying, welcome back, Mr. Allen. It's a Charger first down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And this is off the left upright and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point. Novak out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5 yards or better per carry in each of his first 8 seasons. Now past 30, we'll see if that trend can continue. Charles. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Good. Watch it now, Barney. Let's go.
They go play action now. Osweiler. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. I'm kind of liking this 2 Monday night game thing. I hope our East Coast friends are still awake and with us. It's been a good one here in Denver. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Last year, the Chargers 5-11, so you wouldn't think that they would be tied for the league lead in interceptions, but they were, Charles, with 18.
And now they just need their offense, if they're going to do that again in 2017, to take advantage of and put more points on the board.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, got to drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That's fielded in the end zone.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The schedule makers kind to the Broncos. Just one road game until October 22nd. After tonight, they get the Cowboys here next week. Then they're on the road at Buffalo in Week 3 before coming back home to face the Raiders. Then an off week and then another home game against the Giants.
So it's a front-loaded schedule that they need to take big advantage of because the back end can be on the road a lot.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Osweiler. And Green with a catch left side. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A 1st down carry here for Charles. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. This is Booker. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Devontae Booker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this 2nd half. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let's go.
And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 2nd down, Osweiler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And now the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And the back goes into motion. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on 2nd and 10 now. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Charles. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
I like the reasoning. It's too far for a field goal, and it's too short to really get a big field position edge on a punt. Let's go for it. And sure enough, it's the ground game that's able to convert for him on 4th down.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Now let's go.
Osweiler to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here we go. It's Osweiler on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Now Gordon on first down to the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. The Chargers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head